checking, and we was really vibing.
I tell people all the time, we're more alike.
What was that feeling like when we was both on the mic and I was standing next to you, mic checking, and we was really vibing? What
It was
feeling did you
surreal. It
get?
was definitely surreal. It hit me like mid mix for like, oh snap, this Miss Nene for like, that's Nene. Y'all know Nene, but this Miss Nene for me. So I'm like, oh snap. It kind of hit me at a crazy point. I was like, dang, I gotta turn up now for it, but I can't even really like take it
Yeah.
easy. Like she's seeing the next step of it. So I was like, I would say, yeah, that mid point when I was DJing, it felt surreal. Like that moment was real surreal. Like, oh yeah, you really in this for now. Like you
Yeah.
can't even play.
Yeah, and you know, you got such great reviews, and like I had interviewed DJ Daddy Fats and Ashanti, and I mentioned your name, and Ashanti was like, now world tour.
Yeah. She know that body. She know that God body, man.
All right, welcome everybody. I am Nene Gemini, the host with the most in the smile you can't forget. And today I am honored, so honored to be interviewing on Nene's Damn Podcast my former student,
Yeah.
my baby.
Yeah.
To the world, he is DJ World Tour. But to me, he is my baby, gonna be forever my Pine Grove baby, DJ World Tour.
You did.
Listen, he's the best up and coming DJ audio engineer, and he's going to talk to us. He's going to let us know about the behind the scenes of the DJ world, the engineering world. So we're going to talk to him. He's done what with DJ Nasty, who else? DJ
Nasty,
Wavy,
DJ P Wavy,
DJ So Nice,
Alton, AK
TJT.
Spells, everybody, man.
Nah, to the world. Nah, y'all. This is my baby, Lil Greg, aka Lil Kirkwood.
You did.
So, but DJ World Tour, please introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
What's going on, world? It's your boy DJ World Tour, better known as the executive man himself, you know, the man that get it done at all costs. You know what it is? I'm here to represent. That's what we doing.
Now I have to get used to calling you World Tour. So, World Tour, how did that name come about?
Long story short, I went through a couple names. You know, my dad, a parent DJ name was DJ Pure Polo. That was his name. So at first I was Pure Polo Jr. Then it went from DJ Big Money. That's just from playing with money, seeing all type of money. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. I like big money. Then I went back to Pure Polo, but I was a kid, so I never knew how to really spell it for real. So I spelled it so wrong, like completely wrong. Then around that time I was still a kid. I was still probably like 8 or 9. I started DJing when I was 8. So around that time I was still watching cartoons, all of that. So Total Drama was on Cartoon Network, and then they had like one, I guess you could say, series, and the series name was World Tour. So I liked it, but it was World Space Tour. So I kind of like this hard. So I took that, I'm searching up on Google. Nobody had it. So I was like, you know what? I don't like the way it looks where it's like World Space Tour. I just want to combine it. So I did DJ World Tour all the way. And that was the thing. I just stayed with it, and it became a real thing now.
I like that. So you literally manifested your name.
Facts. Like it was literally nowhere. I didn't even at first really believe it until I really started doing it. And then the more work I started doing, it was really like a first page thing. So when I would do it, it would instantly pop up. Or if it didn't pop up, it would be just like random blogs and stuff that really doesn't go together. It'd be like world tour events or like a live show or like a touring event. It's like a world tour, whatever. But it never necessarily like came down to a DJ. So I just took that. I was like, you know, I'm gonna just run with it, and it became a real thing.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. So now I remember when I was trying to do some DJing, this was way back then.
They don't even know, but you really kind of like sparked the real thing. Like when I was a kid in elementary school, you got me changing the music before I even knew what really DJing was. This kind of came from you for real.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all, as you guys know, I nibble in a lot of stuff. I'm a hustler. So at one point in my life, when I was Greg's counselor, I did DJing. I DJ'd for like parties, and I was shadow, you know, shout out to Winston, DJ Smiles. He go by DJ Smiles, right?
Yeah, DJ Smiles.
So, you know, he was like a mentor, and he would be like, okay, well, come and you can shadow me, and this is what you got to play, and this and that. And then, you know, he gave me the opportunity. And so Lil Greg, aka World Tour, he would come and I would just let him switch the music and pick a song and play.
Facts.
And I'd be like, I would give him like 10 minutes a
Facts.
set, 10 minutes. And when I tell you, Greg rocked it.
It's always been in me. It's been here. It's been here. I just
Listen,
had to walk into it.
let me tell y'all, World Tour is his name for real, because when I used to be a counselor at Pine Grove, shout out to Pine Grove, Mr. Willie,
Facts.
all my Pine Grove
You
kids.
did. Miss Lawson, what it do?
Miss Lawson, Miss LaWanda, listen,
Everybody.
Mr. Jean, everybody that worked at Pine Grove back in from like 2008 to 2010.
Mhm.
Listen, shout out to y'all. But
Real.
I always, when we had Jamboree and like just little shows,
Thinking back about that now, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I would always make Lil Greg my star. I told him from when he was little, you're gonna be a star. You're something special. And I was always take him away, and we would come up with a specialized part for him. So
dang, I'm thinking about that now. That's crazy. For real, for real.
And then I used to splash paint on clothes. I used to design clothes and stuff like that, graffiti. And so I used to always make Greg's extra special with a little flair to it. So if everybody had on black with splash paint, little Greg had on a white shirt with splash paint, and I done graffitied his name on it. And everybody was hating, and I always used to tell him, you got to kill it. You got to kill it. I'm going to come out there and I'm going to kill it with you. And I used to dance with the kids, and I was just always that counselor. So can you please let the people know how I was as a counselor, as a mentor? Like,
oh my gosh. Monumental. I'm trying to think of just real groundbreaking foundational building. Like, it really came from Nene. Like, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, this podcast definitely gonna let you know. And her podcast is just gonna highlight everything that she's great at, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I always had a strong affinity for kids that were extra talented. Like, I don't know if you remember her, little Caitlin. She's now a singer, and she was the little mixed girl. Well, she not mixed, but she was Puerto Rican, I believe. And I used to always make her, go ahead, you're a star. This is your show, and just steal the spotlight, because I just always seen something in y'all. And so, you know,
you definitely saw it. It's here now. We living in it. I'm living in it every day. It's like, oh wow, like that's what it is. After my last podcast, I actually thought about it. I was like, dang, wait, I forgot to shout out Nene. Like, wait, that's who it really kind of came from. Because even when you brought up Winston, that's my uncle Alan. Like, when he used to come down to the Delray parades, that's where my initial memories of DJing, where it came from. Y'all, it's literally y'all three. That's it.
Pompey Park. Yeah. So when you how old were you when you first really transitioned into DJing, and you were like, I want to do this. I want to be an audio engineer. I want to make beats. I want to be surrounded around music. Because I know your family, I know your dad loves music, and your mom as well too.
So, you know, me DJing, it kind of came around that time. Probably, I would say like 8 years old, I started, well, yeah, for sure. 8 years old was when I started DJing. Producing and engineering didn't start coming until my freshman year in college. I was literally just DJing all the way through middle school, elementary, middle school, and high school. After high school, senior year in high school is when I started realizing, like, okay, I got to add something to the sauce. Like, I can't just be a DJ. It's too many DJs. I was so great. I was noticing some of my friends just picking it up. Like, you ain't no DJ for real. You just doing it because you see me doing it. So it's like, I got to add something else to this. Like, I can't just be that. Like, nah, y'all not going to pull me out like that. No way. So once I got the Bethune-Cookman, I surrounded myself with just a lot of different artists and producers. And there was a producer by the name of Caden who actually reached out to me via Instagram. I didn't know him from a can of paint. He just seen the work ethic that I was putting in on the ground from my content from back then. And was like, yo, you are, like, you got to pull up to the studio, boom, 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 boom. And I was a freshman at Bethune-Cookman. And if you know about HBCUs, you are a crab. You are nothing else. I don't care about nothing that you're doing outside. You are a crab. Me, I'm not going for it. You not. That's not how. So
Right.
I noticed that, and he hit me. He was like, "Yo, you got to pull up to the studio." I went over there, and I didn't have no expertise into producing or engineering at the time. It was literally just DJing. So pulled up and see him in the studio, and I was like, "This is what I want to do." And I was already in my major at Bethune-Cookman was mass communication, so it was still centered around music and communications and other things. But it was like everything that I was doing at the school, I can do in my sleep. Like I was literally doing everything that people were graduating from, like I
Right.
forgot what you call it, but like that last exam that you have before you graduate college. Ending work was like my stuff that I used to do in my sleep at home, like in my dorm room. I'm like, this is what y'all got to do to pass? I'm like, I do this right now. Like literally, I'm in front of the professor, like, this is how you do it. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that, and once I pulled up to the studio, seeing him doing that, I was like, this the next level. Like, this is what I want to start doing. Because I already had that bone in, like, that bone in me where it's like, I want to add to the world building of an artist. Like, I love DJ Khaled. I love Pharrell. I love Tyler, the Creator, and how they just,
Right.
like, build brands and build their music and build everything around them as a product instead of it just being whatever it is, surface level, whether it's just music. I like building the whole thing. So noticing that, I was like, okay, you got to do something else. Cause I used to just steal little YouTube beats off of YouTube, show models like, I hate this beat, boom, 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 just to get her reaction. She's like, oh, that's hard. So it's
Right.
like, okay, nah, that's not yours. You need to do your own. So it's like, okay, once I started doing it, I was like, yeah, this is it. So I ended up leaving Bethune-Cookman. I guess you could say dropped out. Ma Dukes was not having it, you feel me? But I
I
took
know
that
your
bone and
mama
I was
was
like,
38 hot.
well, she wanted to cut me off to the world, boy. But she knew now she knew. Around that point in time, she wasn't feeling it, but she knew I was great. She just wanted me to be great at a high level. But I
Right.
knew I was
Exactly.
already great. So it was like, this is not it. Like this is not my form to be in right now in this very moment. But yeah, I ended up leaving there, going to SAE down here in Miami, which is an engineering school. So I took that, learned the technicality side of it because I already knew how to do everything. Like I was saying, I could do it in my sleep. I just
Right.
needed to learn the technical terms and everything. So going there, learning that, and still being a DJ and producing kind of came around the same time as well, my freshman year at college, because my not percussion section leader, but like I was on tenor at Bethune-Cookman. So my tenor drum section leader, his assistant section leader, his cousin or whatever was an artist that goes by the name of 6K Fly. So he was like, my cousin. I was like, I don't know your cousin. He plugged me in. And I was like, oh, your cousin is kind of hard. You feel me? So
Right. Right.
locked in with him, and that was like my first artist that I actually locked in with. And he took a chance on me. Got on my first beats at the time. Allowed me to engineer them when we was in the dorm or whatever. So that kind of like sparred everything. Kind of got me into the groove of which is just all around executive, which is production, engineering, world building, brand building,
Come
everything, the
on.
whole thing in
You better
totality.
say
So
it.
that's
Come
what we're
on now.
doing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what was your first official gig as DJ World Tour? Like, when did the
And
name switch? And when did you know, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is me. I
my
am
first
DJ World
gigs,
Tour.
it took a little minute because, of course, everybody knew me as Greg. So it was DJ Greg and everybody else eyes, but
Right.
I knew I was World Tour. But I would say
Right.
it was probably well, a lot of my friends that I grew up with, they would have like little house parties or whatever. So shout out to Bailey Davis, shout out to Tia Parker. They was throwing little house parties and they took the real chance for real on like, no, we getting Greg to do our party. So I would say them, like the house parties was like the first ones that kind of like sparred me being DJ World Tour and then everybody learning who World Tour was versus
Right.
Greg. So I would say the house party around sixth grade. Yeah, probably like sixth grade for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Around that
We
time.
we just did a well, I didn't do it with you. I just did a pop-up and I didn't know you was gonna be there. What was that feeling like when we was both on the mic and I was standing next to you, mic checking, and we was really vibing? Like, what
It was
feeling did
surreal.
you
It
get?
was it was definitely surreal. It hit me like mid mix for like, oh snap, this Miss Nene for like that's Nene. Y'all know Nene, but this Miss Nene for me. So I'm like, oh snap! It kind of hit me at a crazy point. I was like, dang, I gotta turn up now for it, but I can't even really like take it
Yeah.
easy. Like she's seeing the next step of it. So I was like, I would say, yeah, that mid point when I was DJing, it felt surreal. Like that moment was real surreal. Like, oh yeah, you really in this for now. Like you
Yeah.
can't even play.
Yeah, and you know, you got such great reviews, and like I had interviewed DJ Daddy Fats and Ashanti, and I mentioned your name, and Ashanti was like, "Now world tour,
Yeah, she know that body. She know that God body, man.
he is the next best thing." And I was like, "Girl, I've been knew that. That's my old student. That's
You
my former
did?
student." And I just love it because, you know, I am a tough person. I am a tough teacher. I am a tough counselor, but none of the kids could say Miss Nene ever wrote me up. Never. I gave y'all a lecture, and I never emasculated y'all character. I never destroyed y'all dreams. Like,
Facts.
if
Facts.
anything, I'm gassing up your dreams.
Facts.
You want to do this? Okay. When you was at playing for Bethune and I saw you, I was so ecstatic because it's just like, you know, I be so hard on all my kids that I work with because I see greatness in y'all. And I want the best. And then like just whenever I get a chance to rock out with y'all, like how we did at the house party, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
proud. I am
I'm definitely
proud.
appreciative of you just pouring into me over the years for sure. Because it definitely now it's never went unnoticed, but now it's like, yeah, it's like tattooed on my heart. Like that's what we do. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure, for sure.
I love it. I love it. So tell us what was like some exciting highlights of DJ World Tour, because I love that DJ Nasty and just his energy alone. So like that right there, when you get to work on the level with DJ Nasty, and not discrediting any local DJs, but DJ
That's the next level.
Nasty is the next level, and he is the epitome of
A DJ,
DJ.
especially from South Florida. If you're from South
Yes.
Florida and you don't know who DJ Nasty is, you might as well not even call yourself a DJ at this point. It's like, yeah. So I honestly say that moment is when it kind of clicked for me. That was one of my starring moments because I've done a lot of great things, did a lot of different events and stuff. And it was all kind of easy to me. So that was like the next one. It was like, snap, I'm with the person that I've been inspired by for the years. Like, and he knew who I was. Like, it wasn't like,
Right.
oh, you know, a new inspiring DJ. When you get around other DJs, you know, they kind of see you, but they don't see you. He
Right.
knew exactly who I was, and he was watching back from afar the whole time. So I was like, oh, snap. Like,
Yeah.
he know what's going on. He peep every time I'm on his live. He shouting me out on the radio, whatever it is. So it's like, yeah, I'm there.
That's
You feel me?
that's
Just keep putting it
good.
in.
That's
Just-
oh man, that right there is dope. I like it. So what was it one of your recent gigs that you did? Because I know I seen you been doing what y'all
It's a
been
lot
doing
of
like
private party, like bigger events or just like parties, period.
big events. What was the exciting big event for you?
I would definitely say the sound check event, which is a drumline competition. A lot of my school events turn out to be like a really great event. So I would say the sound check event, which is a drumline competition. I did another drumline competition at Palm Beach Lakes, which is what inspired, I guess, the actual event coordinator for the sound check event. They were there watching me from afar, and they saw it was great. And yeah, that it's passing right now. It's another event that I did that was next for me, but definitely that one because that's the only one that I kind of think of.
Right.
That's like that one for me that I kind of took and hung it up on my own Hall of Fame. It's like that was that one.
As
Everything
you
else is
should.
pretty much just like, you know, get into the bag and doing what you do regular.
Okay. So would you say that was a pivotal moment?
For sure.
Or a breakthrough moment?
For sure, because it wasn't just me DJing, it was me doing content creation and everything all at once. So me getting good angles and good shots and being able to edit that how I wanted it to and getting a response from that and just seeing everything on a high level and doing it at a great level. So that was at one of those pivotal moments for me that was like, okay, yeah, you here now, like show up and
I like
show
that.
out.
I like that. So like as a kid, were you the type of kid that would be like, did you like used to bang on pots and pans, you making noise with the lids and everything?
For sure. I was a baby that didn't like sports, even though my dad was sports heavy. He was
He referee of the
officiator of
century.
everything. He wanted to keep me in everything sports related. I
Right.
hated sports. I used to play nothing but card games and listen to music. That's it.
Yeah.
If it was sound systems, whether if it's a TV sound system or if you got the what's called it? I gotta look at it. What you call this? I forgot the name of it, but the TV sound system, the extra sound system that come with the TV. I'm right next to the subwoofer listening to that. I put the little paper on the subwoofer so it can sound like I'm in the trunk, or if it's old school donks or whatever, I'm around everybody that got a donk. It's nothing but cars and music. That was it.
Oh
literally.
my God. So you say you put paper over the sunroof. What does that do?
So you know how when you hear in the cars, they got the speakers in the trunk or whatever. So you got the subwoofers 212. It sound like it's rattling or whatever. I want to sound like I was in my own little thump. So I had to put my paper over there, just like how the little kids that put the bottle inside the bike when you trying to
Oh
make it
my
sound like you on a dirt
God.
bike. I want to sound like I was in my own dump. You feel me? I want to hit a rattle. So the only way to get that was by putting a piece of paper, taping it on the subwoofer, letting that wind that's coming from the sub hit that paper, and you. That was me. My stepmom did not like it, boy. She was like, hey, turn it down, turn it down. My dad, he understood, but my stepmom wasn't going for it. Hey, what is all that noise? Well, mama, she knew what it was, but it was like, hey, man, I love music. I'm a music baby.
Oh my
Everything ain't
God.
music related.
I can't. That is hilarious. I like it. Yeah. So that's when you knew like music was for you. So who were your
For sure.
like early like music inspirations like as a kid?
When it comes to DJing or just music all around?
I would say musical influence. So you could say, so I'm gonna say DJing and then do music wise.
Okay, so DJing, of course, my Uncle Winston, DJ Smiles, my
Right.
other uncle, DJ Allen. I forgot his DJ name, but those two, and then of course Alton, AK Spells, DJ AK. Them
AK
three,
Big Wagon.
Big Wagon. Them three right there, I was baby Big Wagon. I'm talking about I'm downloading all his logos. They ain't even got me in the group for it. I added myself in there. I'm like, no, that's what I want to be. I want to be around AK all day, every day. And then everybody already knew me from my parents or whatever, but it was like,
Right.
taking me serious as a real DJ and not just like a little kid. I had to stamp that. I had to do it. So it's just like, yeah,
Of
them three right
course.
there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then on the music side, I would say Pharrell, Timbaland, who else? Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson. Those are my pivotal people. That's my Mount Rushmore.
Okay. That's a good Mount Rushmore. I like that. Now, DJ World Tour, you're not just known for your music ability and your audio engineer skills. You're a fly guy.
Appreciate
You
you.
are
Yeah,
a fly guy.
appreciate you.
And your style is very eccentric, but it's still for the culture. It's still urban. So who inspires or what inspires your style?
My Dukes for sure. Gotta show love to her mama. She kind of made me stand in that. I used to run away from it for I used to want to be like the crowd at first. It was like,
You
I like,
did.
she was like,
Yeah.
I like it too, but I like you. I like you to be you. You know what that
Right.
is? I was like, I don't know what that is. She was like, you just ain't walked into it yet. But my mom's always been very stylish. So she kind of just like instilled that into me. It was like, no, be yourself, be you. Whatever makes you comfortable, do that. If it's not comfortable, change it up. But
Right.
living in that and watching just everybody's experience when they came in contact with me, whether it was girls or guys when I'm in middle school, they like, bruh, guys used to be like, oh, you gay, bro.
Yeah.
Girls used to be like, oh, why, who that?
Right.
But nobody would really say it until like high school. High school when I really just started standing in my dean, walking around with bow ties on, Argyle socks, you feel me?
Yes. Mini
3/4
Kappa.
cut pants, all of that. So when they started seeing that, it was like, oh, nah, you really different. Like, this ain't just a phase. I'm like, nah, this me. You know what I mean? This is what I do all day, every day.
And that literally has been you, and I love it, like, because you always stood on your own thing. You never tried to be like anybody else. So I commend you for that, because a lot of young guys, young men, they trying to be everybody else. Everybody want to wear this. No, you have your own style. It's still fly. It's classy. It's very demure, very
Facts.
classic. I like it. And it's just like, see, I love polo. You already know I'm Miss Polo to Don. But
Facts.
so it's like you have a mixture of that polo, rock, classy. Like you could go to the car show in the hood and still go to a networking event and still be good. So you have that
In the
balance.
same fit. In the same fit. I don't even got to change up nothing. If anything, I may take a hat off. That's it. But other than that, that's it.
I like that. See, I love it. That's why you DJ World Tour.
You did.
And so that's how you discovered your unique. So so that goes into how did you discover your unique style? Like, because when you DJ, you're not like you're really in the middle. Like you got a little mix of up north and you got a mixture of down south. So where did you get that unique style from, where you got the best of both worlds, kind of say?
I would definitely say for sure the down south vibe I get that all to Nasty and AK. Um, my more musical taste kind of just came from my mom and dad because they listen to all type of music. So
Right,
I would
right,
kind of get that to them, and just the overall style, my mom. But with that, it kind of made me craft my own vibe because my mom's still hurt. You feel me? And I'm me,
right,
so I still got my own vibe that I'm coming into. So with that, I kind of knew like you gotta have that switch. You gotta be able to turn it on and off. So with that, I
right,
just ended up
right,
learning how to blend everything, and it's just at the best form and being able to entertain any crowd, whether if I'm in the hood or if I'm at a corporate party or if I'm doing a block party and there's white people and black people there, or if I'm at a Spanish quinceañera and I'm bringing them to our speed, or if I'm at a Jewish party, it's the same thing. So just learning how to
right.
really blend and turn that switch on and off and just play to whoever's in the crowd. So that was it.
Yeah, you gotta have that balance. So let's
Facts.
talk about life on the road, like life on the road of being a DJ behind the scenes. And a lot of people, they don't
Oh,
understand.
I totally forgot. Now you say it on the wrong, I don't mean to cut you off. But another great gig, to bring the question back a couple questions when you asked me some pivotal events that I've done. I went on tour. And I did a tour for a band, and we went across a couple states. In Texas, when we got to the Texas state, I did a show there, and that was for a live band. That was great. That was my first time actually being flown out as a DJ and doing that experience. And I was in college. My mom didn't even know I left school to go do this. But yeah, that's how I knew I was really,
Miss
I was him.
Shonda. See,
Yeah.
yep. See. Your mama thinking you on the campus at
Yeah.
Bethune Grill, and your ass is on the damn plane.
Going to Texas. And mom, I'm
But you
gone.
know what? I always go by, my motto is carpe diem, which is Latin for seize the day. And you have to live life as if it was your last. So if you would have never taken that trip, that would have never set a fire in you to
Facts.
ignite DJ World Tour. So I'm glad that you took that trip.
Yep.
But don't do that shit again. Don't do that shit again.
Hey, if I get flew out now, we up. It is what it is. That check hit and that plane ticket hit, I'm there. I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm gone. And
Greg,
I
I'm the
won't be
same
back
way.
until another check call. I'm sorry. But I
I am the
gotta see his
same way.
experience.
I am the same way. They be like, "Oh, do you travel to host?" I do.
Facts.
I have a passport and I'm ready.
I'm ready for that stamp.
I love it. So now that we talking about life on the road, so give me some highs and lows of the behind the scenes challenges of being a DJ and being an audio engineer. So first off, for the people that do not know, let the people who do not know what an audio engineer does and what that entails.
So an audio engineer is just like your chef that's in the kitchen. So when you go to a 5-star restaurant, you got the chef, right? So the chef is really in there masterminding the entire plate. Like he's picking the food down to, if it's a fish, he's picking a certain fish.
Right.
Which ocean did he come from? Pacific, Atlantic? Where he at? Is this fish good? Does it have parasites? Like, what are we doing? So
right.
Audio engineering is really turning shit to gold, to be honest. If I'm gonna be transparent, it's literally turning shit to gold. So, taking an artist that may be at a low point or I may be in a room that's untreated, that has no sound acoustics at all, and it's just horrible. But taking wherever I'm at and really turning it into gold, finding those points and loudness points and turning that down, mixing the record to make sure it sounds like Beyonce could get on it, and the artist that's on it is from down the street. So that's kind of audio engineering for layman terms.
Okay. So give me like what does a typical day look like? We'll say, okay, as an audio engineer. So say I got a beat and I'm a rapper and I want you to make me something. How do you get that? Like, how does a beat come to you where you like, okay, this is the beat that I want for Miss Nene? Like, how do you know which beat fits that person or people?
Well, I mean, for sure, you got to know the person. You gotta sit with the person and just learn their style, learn what type of music they like, music that they listen to on a daily basis, whether if it's their music or another artist or whatever. Figure that tone out, listen to their tonality, how they sound, and what beats fit them, which pockets they sit in, what type of cadence they flow with. Just listening to them and really just allowing them to kind of tell you in a way without telling you. So I can hear you and I'll be like, oh, you will automatically sound good on it. It's kind of hard because it's just a brain thing.
Right.
I don't even know how to really explain it besides you just got to sit with that person and just know that person. That's the only way. Because I mean, anybody can get on anything. If you know how to rap,
Right.
you can put some bars together. I can throw any random beat on and you can spit a cool
A little
16. But to
auto
really,
tune.
yeah, but to really pick that and really mix that up like a chef, you got to just know that person and know what you're doing.
Okay. I like that. I like that. See, and I commend all audio engineers because baby,
It's
I
definitely, yeah, it's,
I
and
couldn't
you
put
sit
a
at the desk
beat
for hours at
together.
a time. It's a
Yeah.
real thing. It's a
It's a
real
very
thing.
meticulous job. So shout out to all the audio engineers out there in the building.
Facts.
So what's the hardest part of traveling or being on the road?
You're away from family.
Uh-huh.
Your diet, especially yeah, especially if you're somewhere that don't really have a lot of good food. It's just
Right.
McDonald's and Checkers all day. Your
Right.
diet, being around good people that have good intentions, you can kind of get yourself in a lot of different situations if you just moving and grooving and not really moving with your intention in mind. You can find yourself in a lot of bad environments. I'll leave it like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's really it. So those 3 to 4 things.
So, okay, so when you're on the road, like, what is your go-to food? Like, me, so when I'm on the road, I try to get something that ain't here. So, like, if I go to Texas, what is it called? It has the W. What a burger?
Yeah, watermelon.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just be like, I gotta go to Whataburger.
I know loosely when I do go on tour and I'm around different people that's a part of the tour, somebody there know how to cook. So most of the time, we just gonna go ahead and go get something to eat, maybe cook on the grill, somebody chefing up in the kitchen. That'd be the best part of the actual tour is away from the actual show. Back at the
Uh-huh.
crib or the Airbnb, where that's where you create the real vibe and the synergy. That's where everything kind of comes from. So I would say just the home cooked meals, even when you're away from home, is the home cooked meals at the crib.
Yeah, ain't nothing like that good old grease popping.
What?
All
You
that
hear that
gas.
sizzling while you upstairs mixing and scratching? Oh, somebody cooking. What we
You
doing?
be like, hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and I gotta
Uh-huh.
go take a break.
Facts.
So working with event promoters and venues and collaborators, like how is that like okay, for example, when you first met DJ Nasty, like what were your feelings? Like how were you feeling when you met DJ Nasty? Or just the people that flew you out? Like what were your feelings? How were you feeling?
Super ecstatic, elated, trying to just calm my jitters down. That'd be my main thing. It's just like I'd be so excited that yo, calm down. So it's really that, just like calming myself down, knowing that I'm great. I was called here for a reason, regardless of
Right.
who I like and who likes me. I was called here. You feel me? So
Right.
just showing up, doing my job, and the rest to kind of work itself out and align itself. If the person that you're inspired by, if they see you and they genuine, it'll align itself. You don't even gotta do too much. You don't gotta chase them. They'll be there.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So like what about when you gotta collaborate, say, with event organizer? Like how do you deal with the event organizers? Because for me, sometimes dealing with the event organizers, it's stressful because they are stressed out because of course this is your baby, this is your event, like you want it to do well, you think everything's gonna be smooth sailing, but baby, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that when it comes to dealing with event organizers and stuff like that?
Standing on pure business. Standing on business. My brand is my brand. I don't care what other preconceived notions you got of me from whoever. I don't care. My
Right.
bag is my bag. If you're gonna pay that bag, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna show up and do what I need to do. So I kind of had to work to get to that point though, because it was a lot of stuff that I had to just suck it up, pay my dues, not getting the bill that I wanted or not getting the time slot that I wanted. A lot of that, the little small name on the flyer versus the big name, all of that. So just paying
That
my
does make a
dues,
difference.
doing
It
what I got to
does.
do, and the more I showed up and showed out, and people were actually seeing me at the highest, it was like, oh nah, broke hard. Like I don't even care about what they was talking. He came and did his thing. So
Right.
you just got to put that work in and really just be tunnel vision. Don't even look for outside validation. Just do what you need to do. Put that work in, get in them crates, learn that music, set them cue
Mhm.
points, and get that and show up. make your name what it is, whatever your name is. Get that and make it, you know.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about challenges in audio engineering for like live shows. So when you had
Right.
sound check,
Right.
how was that? Like, what was the most difficult technical thing that happened during like, your live shows?
At that time, my computer right now, on my computer screen is broke. So I had to use another computer. So that computer wasn't the same speed as my computer. So I had to, know when I can do certain effects and stuff. 'Cause, Serato now, it's a lot of different plugins and stuff that you get to use. You got Serato sampler, you got Serato stems. So you're
Right.
able to take the drums out of song, take the vocals out of song. So
Mhm.
knowing that, okay, you're fired and the stuff that you usually do on your computer, you can do it to a certain extent. You can't go all the way out there because if you do, the computer crash or it'll slow down or bog down on you. So just knowing when and when not to do something. I kind of don't really put myself in a position to where I'm scared. Only time that happens is if I didn't prepare, which is like I didn't download enough music or whatever. But that's on me for preparing. So honestly, I don't really have too many of those issues. If anything, it's me. My jitters would be just through the roof, and I gotta tame myself. So like when I
Right.
first got to sound check and we were doing sound check, my jitters was through the roof. Like I was just like, and I could hear it in my voice. A lot of people don't hear it, but I can hear it, and I sounded
Right.
like
You
a little
know.
kid. I'm like, oh no, calm down, bro. Get it together.
Right.
You got this.
Right.
That's really the only thing. It's just really calming my nerves because I know I have everything else. I got the music, I got all the other intangibles. It's really
Mhm.
me. So just knowing that I'm great and don't do too much because you're trying to be great. Just do what you came here to do and let that
Right.
be that.
I like that because I get nervous all the time. And I said I need the nervousness because you always want to stay uncomfortable.
And
Because once you get comfortable, you're not gonna go full throttle. So my advice to you is
I'm
to
listening.
always stay uncomfortable. So keep the jitters. If you don't have those jitters, like it could be I could have something, and if I'm not nervous, I be like, oh hell no, hell to the no.
I ain't meant to be here.
I be like, no, I be like, and so I just be overthinking myself because I'm like, okay, I'm not nervous. What's going on? Like,
Mhm.
why? What's happening? This, I gotta rock it. And then like, I be overthinking it so much. I actually do a good job hosting.
Facts.
So they always say like, never get too comfortable. Just
Mhm.
stay with being uncomfortable. And that really like is sinking in with me now because it's like, when you're uncomfortable, you're gonna push your hardest to
Facts.
over exceed.
Got
So,
to.
So with that, how do you give me some tips of that you would want to give somebody that is looking into becoming an audio engineer and a DJ. Give me like 3 tips that you would give them to master their craft.
Follow and listen to God. He gonna first align whatever play it is, whether you're trying to do both or just trying to be a DJ, trying to be an audio engineer, whatever it is, go to him.
Period.
Do the work, which is the second one. So that's putting in that time, downloading that music, learning the music, that. And 3, listen to your first brain, which is probably your gut. So listen to your gut, whatever your gut tell you to do. 9 times out of 10, that's what's gonna set you apart. That's what's always been my main thing is just listening to my gut. And if it's telling me, hey, scratch it up and might check at the same time or blend this song with this song, do that. Because 9 times out of 10, it's always been to my benefit. And I've never lost with doing that. Every time I didn't listen to my gut or I didn't do those 3 things, the shit went haywire. So it's like, yeah, you gotta listen to yourself, bro. Do what you need to do.
I like that.
Because it's not too hard. Like all the work is here. Like it's 2025. All the learning tools, YouTube University, you're gonna learn whatever it is like that.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that I can say that they already don't know. Besides, listen to your gut, follow God, and put in the work. Those 3 things right there is gonna set you apart from everything. Because you're gonna learn everything in the midst of all of that. You're gonna learn how to be a better DJ, learn how to MC. All of that, it's all going to come with you putting in work. And it's definitely going to come if you follow God because He's going to align the whole play. And what was the last one that I said? Follow your gut. Your gut is your gut. So it's going to tell you like, hey, bro, you can't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't come in there with a pink shirt on when you don't even look good in pink. Like, do what you need to do, bro. Like, stop playing, man. You shouldn't have did that. now you somewhere in a place or you're in a situation that you could have been at home. You feel me? So those two
Right.
things for sure.
I like that. Thank you for that. So balancing creativity and technical skills. How do you find balance between creative expression and technical mastery? That was
That's a
deep,
good one.
right? I know.
That's a good one.
I know.
Honestly, I gotta go to God.
Mhm.
Because it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely hard because I'm such a creative and I've learned so much of the technical side now that
Right.
sometimes they kind of conflict with each other where it's like, the technical side is saying don't do this. The creative side is saying do that. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like you got to just trust yourself. It's kind of hard. That's a deep. That's a really deep one. Balancing that. Just knowing enough is enough. Like,
Mhm.
don't go too far out there. Don't be too creative or don't be too technical. You just gotta know. Trust your gut. There you go. You gotta trust your gut. You
You
gotta
need to
trust your
put that
gut.
on the shirt.
Yeah, you gotta trust your gut. Your gut is gonna let you know. Like, cause I've had those moments too where I've worked with an artist and I'm either producing a record for him
Mhm.
and I got the opportunity to engineer for him as well. And I know me, when I work with anybody, I'm doing everything from top to bottom, but I love doing that. So
Right.
sometimes I have to learn to chill that out, Don't do too much. Don't show too much of your skill set. Like kind of keep that in the background. So if they want
Right.
to, yeah, they'll figure it out. But just learning when to do enough and to know when enough is enough. Like that's really it.
I like that. So you're also a content creator. So let's talk about content creation and social media. So
Mm.
how has DJ World Tour incorporated content into TikTok, social media? Like, how has that helped your brand?
So if you know me for real, the people that's gonna watch this, y'all know I've always been into content before content was a real thing. Like
That's true.
it's
That's
always just been a
true.
part of me. I love making videos, editing videos. When I was in high school, and high school was high schooling, and we used to have the fights or whatever, and the videos getting sent around. They knew to send it to me because I'm gonna go home and make it look like WWE. It's gonna be on Snapchat. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna go crazy. The next day, the principal gonna call me in and be like, "The video was hard, but why you did that?" Like, you can't put the people kids up like that. But it's always been a part of me. And then YouTube, just looking at other great creators that I was always inspired by, like I want to do this. Like it's always been a thing. Like it's literally that's another thing that made me just take it serious the past 2-3 years. It's like it's not hard. You do this. Like you literally do
Right.
this in your sleep. Like but now really building a brand and building a business out of it and really taking it to the next level has been the main thing. With just like do what you've always been doing, but take it to a more professional state and live in that and don't teeter the lines. Like you're a professional. You're not an amateur. You're not intermediate. You're pro. You're up there. So treat yourself like that. Put the work out like that. Don't half-ass the work. Don't bullshit it. Just do what you're great at doing. I've always been doing that. So it's kind of easy for me. A lot of people now, because it's 2025 and before that, a lot of people just like, I don't know. Like a lot of people ask me, like, "Hey, your videos get like God, the
Your
phone, wipe the
your
camera." Like,
videos really hit.
I don't know. It's him. It's really him. He put it in me. I already know. It's just something I grew with the whole time. Like literally, like since my first time DJing, I was always recording. I was always taking pictures. I was always editing my own photos.
Yeah.
Mom used to have me take her photos that she put up on Facebook. Everybody liked them. I took them. So it's like, I know, I don't know. Like, it's me. Honestly, it's really just me. That's just me to the core. And the world just kind of caught up to speed. And now we on content and content is already my thing. I wake up and just think of content like on the easy thing. So I don't know.
That's good. So how has social media helped you advance in your career?
Past 2-3 years, oh my gosh, the past 2 to 3 years, I look at them as really monumental for me because my mom, each year, she gives me like a single word to kind of live by. And 2 years ago, it was setting intentions. And what else did she say? Intentions was the main one.
Uh-huh.
This year is adjust.
Oh, I like that one.
Ask me the question one more time.
How has social media played in advancing your career?
Okay, yeah. So learning to set those intentions and really live by the things that I do great, which is content creation. I know
Uh,
by just like looking at other creators just on a day-to-day basis that content is the way to grow. With me
right.
making my content and making it high level, that's what's gotten me the bag. That's what's gotten me more events than I could have ever done with me just being world tour and great. Like really me putting the content up the day after or whenever I get to put it up, it's what's been making me the bag, to be honest, is the content. Like I know I'm a great DJ, but there's so many other DJs that, you know, if they don't see you and they don't see what you're doing, it's kind of like you're gonna get left behind. So that's been setting me apart, to be honest. That's kind of created all the conversation for me past 2 years, is just putting out great content and being great while doing it. So content creation is been a real mountain for me. Like really, it's pushed away all the competition. It's pushed away a lot of shit. It's just like, hey, I just give thanks to God, to be honest. I know I'm fine. And I know niggas want to hate so bad, but you can't. You as much as you want to try to shield me out and keep me out and don't want to bring me around, don't want to put me on the list, let me drop that content. Why y'all ain't at World Tour? Why y'all ain't oh yeah, the other DJ was trash. Like y'all need a World Tour. Y'all man, like I love that now. I love that response from everybody.
Don't you love it to keep stepping on their neck?
I swear, just put that work in.
So really. Like what tips would you give for creating and engaging content and to grow like a loyal fan base?
Being authentic. Be your authentic self. Don't try to be me. Don't try to be nobody else. What makes you, what makes other people like you, show that, bring that on the camera. The actual edits, you know, you're going to have humble beginners, so you're not going to be a 5-star editor at
I hate editing.
On the first, yes, it's not going to be that. But the more you do it, and the more you just continue to show up and make sure you got that camera wiped off, it's not blurry, whatever it is, you're going to get a moment.
That'd be my problem.
Make sure you get you a little tripod, keep that tripod with you at all times, and just set it up. Set it up, get you a good angle. Angles is a big thing. Facts. Make sure y'all set up that Amazon storefront too. But yeah, wipe that camera. You know, I'm an angle guy, so I kind of make sure when I have my phone or when I'm setting up, I'm just, all right, what look good? This one will look good, cool. Set it and forget it, and do what you need to do, and it's gonna capture the whole vibe. Just make sure you got enough storage. Clear out all that other extra funk. Clear it all out. Do what you need to do. Show up and just be great, and let that camera capture the vibe. And then the editing, less is more. Like you don't have to do all the other extra transitions and all the other extra stuff, because the phone is going to do the magic. The phone is capturing the magic. So if you got a magical moment, you don't need all the other extra transitions and this and that. That's just something that I'm great at doing and knowing where to put it at what times. That's just a personal thing. But if you got the footage, put the footage out. It's going to work. It's going to Instagram gonna help you. TikTok gonna help you. You ain't gotta do all the other extra stuff. Just make sure you got good footage. It look good, and that's that. And then the more you into it, and the more you doing more researching on YouTube University, finding out your favorite content creator sauce, pretty much just doing that reverse engineering. Like, oh, that's how he did that. That's how she did that. Using that and learning the technical terms, learning the technical features of whatever it is you're doing. That's like that's really it.
Okay, I like that. So behind the scenes with party professionals, I like to know what goes on, because they always ask me, so Nene, what does it take to make an event an unforgettable experience? And for me, I always feel like if I'm doing your party, if I'm doing your wedding, I'm doing your baby shower, and God forbid something was to happen to you today, tomorrow, or whatever, I want this experience to be the most lit experience, the most memorable, dynamic experience. So how do you go about creating an unforgettable experience as a audio engineer, as a DJ? And I'm going to say MC, because DJs are also MCs as well.
Yeah. That's something I'm walking into this year a lot more. With mic checking is kind of MCing, but MCing is a whole nother ball.
Oh, I know, honey. I'm gonna help you when you do the father-daughter dance.
You know me, But honestly, just going above and beyond, just like really going above and beyond, and not looking for a return. I'm just gonna show up and do what I do best, and I'm gonna make you love it, just from me being me. And then with me capturing the content, that's gonna make you love it even more, because now you can replay that moment thousands and thousands and thousands of times again. So really just putting in the work, being great. It's kind of, I don't know. That's a good question. It's something I'm gonna have to ponder on too, to kind of advance me and take me to the next level of what's something I can do to make this more memorable. Me naturally being great is gonna make you remember it all the time.
Right, of course.
I don't know. That's something I gotta really think on. But I mean, I don't know, because I don't want to sound like I'm not making my shit memorable. But
Right.
it's kind of just like professional. What's the word? Professionalism, creativity, whether it's through the music or it's how I set up, how I make the event look.
Right.
And yeah, just showing up, being great. That's kind of like it's hard to forget that. Like, it's because I'm so different from anybody else that it's like when I do show up and I am doing whatever I'm doing, it's kind of hard to forget that. It's gonna be like, who's that person that did this? Like,
Right.
who was
Yeah.
that? You gonna remember it. So it's kind of something
Right.
I gotta figure out the terminology and the moment and be able to describe that a little bit better. But definitely just me being me. As soon as I show up, that aura gonna get the aura, and so it's just like, yeah, that's bro. We need him
That
1,000
that
times more. Keep
that
booking
is
him.
true.
Yeah.
So, essential skills for aspiring party professionals. What is some advice that you would tell somebody that, say, a high schooler, they want to DJ, they want to get into audio engineer? What's one thing that you would tell them? Advice.
I would tell them, get with your computer and never leave that bitch side ever. Like, that's gonna be your child. Like, that's your baby, that's your wife. For your wife, that's your girlfriend. For your
Right.
girlfriend, get with that computer and never leave it, because that's gonna help you more than anybody's gonna ever be able to help you. It's just like getting that and really learning how to use it to the best of your abilities. Yeah. Now I would say get that laptop and really get to work. Don't put it down. Don't get to the crib and play the game. Open that laptop. Get up. Do what you need to do. Get in them crates, or if you editing, get on that laptop. Get the Adobe Premiere or get the Final Cut. Do what you need to do. You got it. You got all the tools and everything you need in 2025. It's no other outside nothing that I can honestly tell you that's already not out. Besides God and that the physical, whatever it is, whether it's a computer or DJ board, whatever it is, get that and stay with it. Don't put it down. Just stay doing what you're doing.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so I like to call this segment quick fire questions. All right.
Right.
So this is just off the dome. First song you ever DJ'd.
First song.
First ever song you ever DJ'd.
I'm gonna say it was either Trina or Trick Daddy. Trina Pull Over
What
with
song?
Trick Daddy.
Oh, okay.
Or Trick Daddy Can't Fuck This Out. Those two songs
Ooh,
have always, or
I like.
Juvenile. Or Juvenile 400 Degrees. Those three songs have been with me throughout my entire career. Like, I've always played them and they've always turned the crowd up every time I play them.
Okay. So let me give you. So say, okay, I got some.
That.
Jam Pony. An old Jam Pony song. What you gonna mix with that? Now, mind you, you doing a party. We down south party, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the crowd is mid 40s, late 50s. Nah, they grew up on the Jam Pony Express. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this: you in Broward County at Sunland Park.
Oh, wait. Oh, Lord.
So you got Jam Pony on your deck. What are you gonna mix in with that?
Either Daisy Dukes by is it 504 Boys, or what's the other song? I just had it in my head. Probably Uncle Al. Uncle Al, what's the name of that song? It's time. Days gonna blow your mind. Facts.
I think that's Uncle Al.
Yeah. That's
Come
what I said.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them two.
Okay.
With the Jam Pony in the background, for sure. Them two. Or it's probably gonna be a new school Jersey beat.
Oh yeah, I like them Jersey
always gonna
beats.
go with all of that. That's always gonna go. Them.
Okay. Best city you performed in, you DJ'd in. Miami. Okay. Miami.
Miami took me up. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. What is your go-to show pre-ritual? So for me, like when I gotta get ready to host, I'm listening to some. First, it start off with Closer to My Dreams, Iceberg version first. And then I got Guapole after that. You know, I be thinking I'm a little DJ.
Yeah, that's some funk right there.
And then, like, as I'm, like, driving, I got Sam Sneak, Freestyle,
So you know the names of. I know the song in my head. I'm playing the song in my head. I did not be knowing the names of these songs. Like Guapole song for sure. Probably some Major Nine. What song? It's some any Major Nine song at this point.
Okay.
Major Nine. Who else is somebody that I would play? I'm honestly playing my music half the time. I ain't even gonna lie. I would probably play a song that I'm working on in the background that's just like hard.
Just to perfect it.
Facts. I'm listening to. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's getting me in my vibe because it's me and I made it. So it's like, okay, yeah, you walking into that. What's another song? Let me get my phone. It's gonna tell me off top. I'll just go by the artist. So it could be some Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
Tyler the Creator. Or if I go old school, I can listen to nah, I ain't gonna say that. Probably some Trick Daddy. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, Juvenile, Jeezy.
Right.
They gonna take me out. Bricks, Plies. Oh yeah. Yeah. Probably Bricks on me by Plies. It's gonna take me out.
Okay. Yeah, my Get Ready to Host playlist, it got probably like 15 songs on there. 15. I do have, because I love me some Cash Money. I do have some Cash Money on there.
I need a hot girl for sure.
Yeah. I gotta, let me see. Let me tell you, my Get Ready playlist is very essential to have a Get Ready playlist.
Yeah, now you're gonna have me put one together because I never even really did it. Like I'll just play whatever.
You have to, because like, you know, you gotta get your mind right. Okay, get ready. So for my Get Ready to Host is Closer to My Dreams, Iceberg, Closer, Guaple, Freestyle, Sam Sneak, Jay-Z, Hollywood.
Okay. Oh, that's that phone.
That's listen, that. I love Jay-Z. So that, and then I got Jay-Z Encore, Young Jeezy, Go Crazy, Glorilla, TGIF.
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion's Savage Remix, Rick Ross Hustling Remix with Jay-Z, Rick Ross Richer Than I Ever Been, Rick Ross The Boss, Nicki Minaj, Boss Ass Bitch, K Cutter, Pull Out the Stick.
What's crazy is our playlist is low-key the same. Like by the time I play one of them songs, I'm going down the line. Like I'm going to all of those vibes. Because instantly when I play them songs, they bring me back to each one of those vibes. Like those songs literally have like an essential vibe. Like I don't even know, but it's just like a party vibe. Like each one of those songs.
It is. It makes you happy. It makes you happy. So after Pull Out the Stick, I got one of my kids put me onto this Throw Fits by London on the Track. I like that. I'm gonna send you this playlist.
I need that.
Beanie Beagle Wiggle. PATZ.
That's that good. Beanie Beagle Wiggle. Oh, that's that. Oh,
Step.
Yup. Let's go.
And then to close it out, I got Trey Songz Successful. And I had to put that song on there because I resonate with it so much that I when it first came out, I was just talking about becoming an entrepreneur. And I was talking to my friend about it. And I was like, I like this song. I want the money, cars, the clothes. And I was like, you know, I don't want all of that, but I just want to be successful within whichever avenue God put me into. So that's my Get Ready.
Yeah, I need that playlist. I need that.
Get Ready to Host playlist.
I need that.
Favorite sound or genre to mix live to?
Whatever genre them songs in, it's that same genre. Those songs right there are my favorite ones because that's that party vibe.
Right.
It'll probably be some old school too. I'll probably throw some Barry White in there. That King Kong anthem is always gonna be that.
Okay.
What's the other song? Reedy Jackson, Centipede. That's
my soul.
What's another one? What's another song? I'll save them two for now.
Okay. I'll
save them.
What's one party related pet peeve?
I like the Quest, so I'm not gonna say that. I like the Quest. People don't really try me, so I don't even really have too much of that. Give me my money on time. That's really that.
Give me my money.
Yeah, I need that. Don't play with me. That's probably it. Make sure you got that money on deck. But now I don't even have to deal with that because that's all automated now. I've never really had nothing too crazy where it would make me create a pet peeve. Most DJs don't like requests. I love requests because it's like whatever they hearing, I probably didn't hear it, or I was thinking about it and it just didn't hit me yet.
Right.
I don't don't know. I don't really have too many pet peeves. I experience where I got clients. Like, don't do that. Like, besides, like, too many requests. If I do say something, it's probably too many requests from the same person. Like, this person came to me 8 times. Like, all right, do you want to be the DJ or
Right. Oh,
besides
I
that? But
can't stand that.
that's probably the only thing is maybe too many requests from the same person. Now, request period from the crowd, I can take that. But just the same person, it's like they should have just hired you to be the DJ, bro. Like, you
That
over here
part.
telling me how to DJ. I know how to DJ. The crowd love me. You just want whatever you want to play right now. Like, bro.
That's like somebody, they'll come up and be like, put the mic closer to your mouth. And I'd be like, are you the MC?
Right.
Because you can be the MC.
Right.
How
Now you're trying
I
to have me
talk.
sound all muffled on the mic. Like,
Right.
no.
Like, I know how to hold the mic. Like,
Right.
tighten up. They hired me, not you, sir.
Facts.
So that's like one of mine. So final thoughts. Share a message of inspiration. I see you're very God plays an important role in your life.
And that's only from the past 3 years of me taking myself serious. Like, I've always taken myself serious, but it's just like really elevating. You know, I got my brand now, and my brand name is priceless. That name didn't come to me until I was in the hospital and I was going through what I was going through, and just me having bad health. But my health has always been good, just making bad decisions.
Right. Of course.
So I would say just whatever you're doing, write it down, go to God. He's gonna help you plan it out. And when he put a vision in you, don't stray away from that. And if he's telling you not to do something, don't do the shit. Don't teeter the shit. Like, do not do that. Like, because when he take his hands off, because he ain't gonna do that. He gonna take his hands off, but he gonna show you do certain little shit. Like, I just told you not to do that, right? And you did it, right? There you go. Take that home, boy. You feel me? So I would say that just really listen to God and be authentic. Because like I say, God know I cuss. He know me. Like, he know me. What I need to be all prissy and perfect for you for? Like, you ain't perfect, nigga. Like that.
I was gonna say, how you gonna be bitching to God and then you cuss it? Like,
he know me though. He know what it is.
God.
Like, man, you over here with these hoodlums, dog. You gotta keep a hood sometimes. You gotta be straight up, bruh. You can't leave that to the church folk that's already sanctified. They ain't over here in the hood no more. They over there. You in the middle. You still got a DJ for these people. You got to engineer these songs.
Oh my God.
These dudes is hood.
I'm
they
so done.
robbing people. You got to be able to, turn that switch on and off. You feel me? So I would say that be authentic. Be yourself. And, know when enough is enough. Sometimes I got to turn it down a little bit and put my professional voice on and, be Mr.
What's your professional voice? Let me see you. Let me hear it.
How you doing? My name is Gregory Kirkwood.
Hey, Gregory. Nice to meet you. How's it going today?
How's it going? I love to repeat myself. I love to do that little 2-word stuff. So I'll say something and say it again just to reiterate it again.
Make sure you listen it.
Facts. You make sure you heard what I said.
So tell the people where they can follow you at.
Make sure y'all hit me on all platforms. All platforms are the exact same. DJ World Tour. My voice just cracked. DJ World Tour. Hit that. Facebook is DJ World Tour. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. We back now. So that's DJ World Tour.
We back.
Facts. Yeah, man, hit me.
That's good. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming on Nene's Damn Podcast.
Yeah. We back.
It was an honor and a pleasure to interview my former student, my mentee, and I always provide positivity and just nuggets whenever I can. I'm going to always support you, and I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, and you are living your dream, and you make me proud every day. And, if you ever need somebody to carry, like, your records or something, you need an assistant.
I'm not making you carry nothing. I just need that extra expertise. Hey, do this, don't do that. That's what I need. Everything else I got.
I just need to be in that number because, honey, you in rooms with
that's what we
big
doing.
people. So, you be like, hey, Ms. Nene, what you doing? Nothing. Pull up. Bet. I'm pulling up. So, I'm so proud of you, and thank you for coming on my podcast.
For sure.
I appreciate it so much, the behind the scenes with the party professionals. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show on Nene's Damn Podcast. I am your girl, Nene Gemini. You can find me on Miss Nene Gemini, MSNENE, Gemini like the zodiac sign, GEMINI. On TikTok, Make sure you follow and like and subscribe. If you like this podcast,
They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
Nene's Damn Podcast on YouTube and also on Instagram. So like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow DJ World Tour. If y'all need a beat, holla at him. You having a party and you want both of us. It's a package deal.
It is.
So y'all be blessed, be great, and carpe diem. And I am out.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.